Do you know what you want to manifest? Like, really, do you know? Like, are you super clear, crystal clear on what you want? If not, you are literally blocking your manifestation from coming in. In today's video, we are going to talk about creating a clear vision and why it's so important and how to do it so that you can become immediately more magnetic. My name is Katie Quick. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a licensed therapist, manifestation coach, and founder of Magnetic Queer. You would never believe this, but most people that I work with that want to manifest something have never actually done the single most important thing that they need to do to get their manifestations off the ground. And that is create a clear vision. I mean, it sounds simple. We think we know what we want. We do technically, right? Like we can feel it, we know it in our minds, but have we gotten crystal clear clarity on it? Have we written it down? Have we become unapologetic about it? Or is there something stopping us from actually putting pen to paper and saying, yep, this is my dream and this is what I want? If this sounds familiar, don't worry, it's totally normal and so much more common than you think. In fact, one of the biggest blocks that I see with new clients and new members of my community is that there is a resistance or a hesitation to actually dreaming as big and wild and expansively as their heart really wants to. Now, there are a couple reasons for this. When we're young, it's very encouraged to dream. People are always asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's one of those common questions that kids get asked all the time. And so we're really encouraged to be imaginative and to be creative and think outside the box. But as we become older, expectations get put on us. We are told by our families, our schools, by society that we are supposed to follow this certain path and, get the grades, get the job, get the degree, live in this house, have this relationship. And frankly, I couldn't be more bored thinking about that. It just blows my mind how we are coming into this world as these magnificent, creative, authentic, unique beings, and how the world just wants to fit us through and funnel us through this tiny little opening so that we are all the same. It's ridiculous. And so we really lose that ability to dream, because dreaming and wanting to do something outside of what family and society expects from you can risk you losing love, you losing a sense of belonging or affection, or feeling like you matter. So it's not just that, I don't want to dream anymore just because I don't want to. It's that dreaming, we learned over time, has become a threat to acceptance. So we find ourselves in careers and relationships, in cities, in places that we don't want to be in. And all of a sudden we ask ourselves, how did I get here? I don't remember even wanting this. But we remember that somebody wanted it for us and somebody told us that we should do this, and we listened because maybe they were a person that provided love and affection and belonging to us. So the work for us as adults who are on the personal growth journey and are on the self-discovery journey is to get back to the way of dreaming when we were kids, where we were so free and so imaginative and so creative, and we were really tapped into our heart, and we weren't concerned about what other people thought of us. And even though it seems simple, what do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? Asking a 30 or 40-year-old. It's not too late, but I promise you it's one of the most difficult questions that can be asked of someone on the journey, because there is a risk involved. So if you want to manifest, if you have a dream career that you want, or a type of relationship, a highly conscious divine partnership that you're calling in, or there's a certain type of home or city that you would like to live in, but you just find yourself hesitant and resistant to asking for it, it's okay. One thing I say to my clients and community members often is to dream big and pay attention. And the paying attention part is really, really critical to see exactly where we are getting blocked from our dreaming. So if I say, I really, really want a divine partnership with someone who is highly conscious, who's doing the work, who is emotionally available, who is affectionate, and on and on and on. But I notice inside of my chest a little twinge of anxiety, or I notice my stomach dropping as I'm asking for that. Or I find myself writing down a bunch of qualities that I want, but feeling very, very hesitant to ask for everything that I want. Maybe I notice this voice inside of my head that says, you can have this, but you can't have that. Or maybe there's these old limiting beliefs that says, you're never going to get what you want, or you're actually really hard to love, so don't ask for too much. Just take what you can get. Maybe your inner critic is really chatty and is very protective when you start to expand and dream. All of that is important information because all of that points to these undercover, subconscious limiting thoughts and beliefs that are, running the show in terms of what we are attracting. So if you're finding yourself stuck or repeating toxic patterns, or you're unfulfilled in your life in any way, chances are you've got these limiting beliefs from childhood that really prevented you from feeling like you were enough or that you deserve to have everything that you have ever wanted. But that's why healing and manifestation go hand in hand. And that's why it's really important to work with someone who is trauma informed, who understands subconscious beliefs. Now, I'm a therapist, I'm a licensed therapist and a manifestation coach. So in the work I do, it's not just about, hey, make your vision board and, ask for what you want and then I set you off on your way. The work that I do is very deep and it's very intentional, and it's all about slowing down and empowering you to become a self-healer, to do certain things that will trigger these wounds inside of you that have been blocking you unknowingly for all of these years. And it's a very tender place to be, to identify those things, to uncover some of those wounds, because many of those wounds go back to our childhood. And if you are a person that experienced any kind of childhood trauma, or you are queer or trans or part of any other marginalized identity, chances are you learned very, very young that it wasn't safe to be yourself. And if it wasn't safe to be yourself, then everything that went along with being you, including your dreams, would have been suppressed. You would have put them on the back burner and done something more that would have guaranteed you love and acceptance. So I ask you in this moment, if I could wave a magic wand and have the life that I wanted, the home that I wanted, the bank account that I wanted, the kind of love that I wanted, the friendships and the community that I wanted, what would I ask for? And so on this journey, this is not just about healing and doing the deep, dark work and going into our shadow. When we are manifesting, we can actually heal in the light. It can be fun. It can be exciting. Coming back to your authentic self, yes, it's scary, but it is magical. It is magical. I cannot tell you how magical my life has been. My life has not been without troubles. I have experienced a great deal of trauma in childhood and in adulthood. I have been face to face with so many obstacles, external and internal. I mean, it's unbelievable. My life has not been easy, but it has been magical because I have always kept my dreams at the forefront. I have always followed my dreams, even when it felt scary and even when it felt, I don't even know if is this even possible. I didn't know if it was possible for sure, but a part of me, maybe my higher self, maybe this magical, wisest part of me was whispering to me and said, Katie, just keep going. And so I did, and I followed that whisper. And I have had a magical life. I have called in incredible relationships, incredible friends and community. I have had soul-aligned careers and businesses that I've started. I had an award-winning music career, and I've created albums and music and tours and been on TV and radio. And I've lived in amazing cities all over the world. And did people think I was crazy? Yeah. Did I get criticized for having an unconventional path? Sure I did. But you know what? I realized that I was no longer going to sacrifice my joy and my happiness to please other people. to gain acceptance. I risked becoming an outcast in my family. I risked losing friends who couldn't support my growth and hold my vision with me. I risked getting in trouble at my jobs because I opened my mouth and had a vision and said, hey, maybe this could be better. Courage is one of the most important values that you need to carry with you on this journey, because everything that you're going to come up against is going to feel uncomfortable. And the antidote to that discomfort is courage, to say, okay, this feels scary and I am scared, but I'm going to do it anyways. And so my challenge for you today, as you are on this journey, is to recognize that this here as it is right now is not all that there is. And you know that. I know that you know that, or you would not be here watching this video right now. I always have known that I wasn't alone in thinking this. And maybe it was magical thinking and people said, oh, you're so optimistic, you're not realistic at all. I don't care. I don't want to be around people like that anyways. The world is a hard place to be in. The country right now is a shit show. And so why not make life as magical as you can possibly make it? Why not go for the things that you love? Why not try to be the best version of yourself that you possibly can? Why not? You will never know if you don't try. And please let me be living proof of someone who has followed their dreams and consistently stayed authentic and true to themselves and has had a magical existence. Again, it's not always been easy, but it has been an adventure. It has been an adventure of a lifetime. And I want the same for you. And that's why I'm here. That's why I have my community. That's why I teach manifestation. I've been teaching manifestation since 2010. I used to teach manifestation in schools and tell kids, hey, while you have access to your dream, while you have access to your authentic self, hold on to it. Stay the course. Stay true to who you are. And it's been even more rewarding to work with adults in marginalized communities who, by the sake of, oppression, have lost their way in so many regards and have had to have so much courage to be exactly who they are. All of you, those of you who had had a life of struggle, you already possess everything that you need to make your dreams come true. And that's why I love working with the queer community and other marginalized individuals, because you have it all. It's just a matter of gathering that courage, gathering that belief, that commitment to being you, and adding on top of it that vision, that clear vision, daring to dream about what you want. And then let me show you the tools. Let me show you how it's done. Go live a magical life. You've suffered enough. Enjoy it. So your homework for today is to sit down with your journal or your voice memos on your phone. But I would highly recommend you writing it down. What is your dream? What do you want? What do you want? Ask for it. Dream big and pay attention. And if you are interested in learning more and being part of an incredibly magical manifestation community for spiritual queers, those that are questioning or curious, or allies who just want to be part of an incredible trauma-informed community where everyone matters and everyone belongs, check out the link for the Magnetic Queer Collective below. We would love to have you. There is a trauma-informed curriculum that you can do step-by-step that will take you through the entire process. We have weekly group coaching. We have a supportive app and community space that we connect on. We have themed workshops and so much more. So if any of this is resonating with you, if you are feeling like I'm speaking to you, you are not going to want to miss the opportunity to be part of this community. My vision and my purpose is to grow this community as big as possible and to gather all of us highly sensitive, heart-centered, big dreamers and people that believe in making the world a better place. Let me help you. Let me support you. Let me give you the community and the tools that you need. I've already done a lot of the hard work and I have condensed it down in a way that is super digestible for you. And so I know that you are here for more. I know that you know that too. And so I hope that you will check out the Magnetic Queer Collective. Please like this video. Please subscribe so you can stay tuned and get more videos and more content on my absolute favorite topic, manifestation. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Katie Quick, and I will see you next time.